So really quick, I'm going to share my screen. And then just give me some hearts and stuff if you see it. Every single day I've been sharing my family with you guys, kids, because that's me. I'm Janine LaTulip, and I am the director at Raising Raving Readers. I love to empower parents to create a culture of reading in their homes, and so that's what I do, and I love it. It's so much fun. So let's jump right in, okay? So we're doing incentives at work today. We're going to pick out things that your kids love so that they are really encouraged to read. And the one thing that I was going to share today was the best types of incentives. And those are incentives that actually encourage more reading. Okay, so and what types of things motivates them. And with my kids, it can be different, but a lot of times it's money. So like my son is really motivated by money, and my kids and my daughters are motivated by like fun experiences. So it's going to be different based on different kids. So I'd love for you to go on the Facebook page later after this live and share what some of the things your kids are interested in so that parents can get some ideas, okay? So let's keep going here. So here are the different aspects of incentives that you should really take into account. Age, obviously, if you have a baby, incentives are going to be totally different than an elementary age child or middle schooler. Obviously, with an elementary age child, toys might be fun, but really, we want to encourage them to do more reading. So actually a great incentive for elementary aged kids is a trip to the bookstore to buy more books, or a book package, kind of like the club that we're going to talk about later this week, or even like a treasure chest filled with activity books or little small mini books, or little toys or something like that. So elementary age is pretty easy, I think. Now, when you get to a middle schooler or a high schooler, that's going to be a little bit harder. I find that money and privileges are a lot more effective. And also screen time. You can really encourage reading by tying it to screen time. So for every, minute of reading they do, maybe they get a minute of screen time. So it just depends on what you guys do for screens in your home, but that would be one solution. The next is pleasure. With incentives, our goal is that we want children to read for pleasure. So we want them to associate books with fond memories. And we want children to feel excited about learning new things and new ideas. So that's why we are using incentives and rewards. And those things should really be an extra bonus that we do until the habit is formed, especially with children who aren't used to reading or being read to. And this can also be used for when your kids you're seeing like a lag in their interest, or you are trying to spice up your regular reading schedule, or maybe your child is transitioning from one type of book into the next, or they're just learning how to read. So they're transitioning from one stage to the next. That's when we are going to introduce the most incentives, okay? So times like that. Personality. So the best incentives really fit your child's personality, their likes, and their interests, just like I was talking about with my son and my daughters. So I was doing a reading log last year for summer, just to kick off our summer. We do it every year. And I was rewarding them with an experience, so they could go do something or whatever. But that really wasn't motivating my son to read. I could tell that he wasn't really wanting to. And so he wasn't taking efforts to fill out his reading chart. And so when I changed it to money, I was like, Colton, look, you can get this amount of money. He was like all for it and totally gung-ho about it. So you might have to change it up if it's not working for your kids right in the middle. And if you guys are having any questions, or you guys hear something that you really think is a great tip, make sure you're commenting in the comments so that I can know. You guys see it okay? Is it changing for you guys? I hope it's okay. Let me know. Give me some hearts, okay? So incentives that work, the price is not going to be extravagant. Obviously, we don't want to give our kids a bunch of money every single time we're doing incentives. So they're gonna need to change, and the price is really going to be right because we don't want to get too extravagant, okay? All right. Hopefully, you guys see me. Am I okay? Am I live still? Or am I frozen? Give me some comments. I'm not seeing anybody. Ah, hopefully I'm still there. If not, I'm recording it so I can post it live later. All right, next is praises and affirmation. So let's see. So this also includes, this isn't just like praises from you. This can also be praises from your other family. So really involve the people around you into this system, and have your kids update them. You know, oh, I've read this many minutes and I'm halfway to my goal to get my prize. And then your family can be involved in giving them those praises, okay? And encouraging them. All right, next is a reading logger chart. So this is great to keep one to see your progress, to see your kids' progress, and keep track of the minutes you're reading so that you have a history of what you've done with your child for people who ask about your child's future success, right? So when they're older and they're like this, they've achieved these great things, you can say, well, look at how many minutes they were reading and stuff like that. So it's just fun to look at, and especially with older children, if you're reading books that they really enjoy, you want to definitely record that so that when their siblings come up to that age, you'll have a great list to go off of for their siblings, okay? So the book club that we're going to be talking about is a great incentive for kids because it's just the right amount of excitement. It's personalized to your child's interests. It comes monthly if you want it to, and it's totally affordable. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a special Q&A session on Friday about it. You can register for that at raisingravingreaders.com/club, but don't take my word for it, okay? Here's what another member had to say about the club, and I hope she's watching tonight because she is so amazing. She does so much with her son. My son and I look forward to receiving our monthly book club package. I like knowing that the books are either from my wish list or hand-selected based on my son's interests. My son sees packages come in all the time, and I love being able to say, yes, that is for you. I love the variety of books. It's a great investment. So all of the books that I sent to Dina are on her wish list and are age appropriate and interest appropriate. Isn't that awesome? So she doesn't have to worry about picking the best books for her child because I do the work for her. But I do want you to be able to do this for yourself because there are some tips and tricks that will really help you, especially if you have an early reader. So where are my early readers at? Anybody? Okay. Okay. Great. So tomorrow we're going to go over how to find the best books for your kids. Not today. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do that tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I totally screwed that up. You guys, I was scheduling tomorrow's email and tomorrow's video and everything. I was scheduling that for you guys. And so I was all focused on that. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to help you pick the best books for your kids so that when you go in a bookstore, you know exactly where to go and you know exactly what kind of book your kids would like. So this is essential because I'm going to also share when to introduce new materials to your kids and why that's important. And then why your child might not be a reluctant reader. They might just be a little bit pickier with their books, okay? So I love this quote. It says, if you don't like to read, you just haven't found the right book yet. And that's from the author of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. So I just love that one. So let me go back to the all the incentive things, and I'll do some Q&A right now. Honey says that her son was reading in preschool at about 3 years old. That's amazing, Honey. Great for him. Okay, so Stacy says, thanks for the ideas. No problem, Stacy.